The Amazing Spider-Man, Issue 101. Fool. It will take more than a freak with 6 arms to stop a vampire. A monster called Morbius. The Amazing Spider-Man, a monster called Morbius. Yep, that's our title, and we'll get around to justifying it in a page or three. But just now, our friendly neighborhood wall crawler is feeling pretty monsterish himself as, good lord, I created that potion to rob me of my spider powers, and I drank it, even though it was untried, untested, because I wanted it to change me forever. But not like this. Not like this. At first, I thought it was all part of my nightmare, but it wasn't. I've really got 6 arms. I didn't shed my spider powers as I'd hoped. Instead, my serum did the opposite of what I intended. I've become more like a spider than ever, and it's just now sinking in that my condition may be permanent. I never expected the potion to backfire, so I never bothered developing an antidote. And now it's too late. My thoughts racing away with me now. I got to slow down, think things through. That's it, Parker. Think. You've become a character in a tale by Kafka, and you've got to give this a little saga a happy ending. But why shouldn't I be happy? Shout my secret from the highest rooftop. When the word gets around, I'll be able to name my own price on TV shows, anywhere. Step right this way, folks. Only 25 cents and 2 box tops to see the human spider. Step right up and take a look at the freak. Huh? Now, who the devil's that? Probably Ed Sullivan offering me a spot in between the jugglers and the dancing bears. Whoa, Mr. P, that way lies the ever loving paranoid ward. After all, nobody but you knows about your delicate condition, and nobody's going to find out. Peter, I was hoping I'd corner you at home. Now, don't say a word, just settle back and listen. This is your lucky night, may I know mine? In honor of Betty Friedan's birthday, I've decided to play Liberated Woman and treat you to the R rated flick of your choice. I should warn you, I've already seen Love Story, but I've got enough Kleenex left to sit through it again. Or we could take in I Am Curious, yellow. You could cover my eyes during the spicy parts. Gwendy, look, I may as well be frank with you. I can't see you tonight. Fact is, I'm going to be out of town a while, maybe a long while. Peter, you sound so strange. Is it something I did? Or why? I got a guilty conscience? Well, I gotta go now. Yes, I understand, Peter. I won't bother you any longer. Goodbye. Snap out of it, fella. Think positive. Think of the power those extra limbs will give you once they're better coordinated. But just one image keeps sticking in my mind. All I can see is Aunt May in the moment when she learns the horrible truth. With her bad heart, it could kill her. If it does, then I'll have come the full circle, and Spider-Man will finally be the monstrous menace the world already thinks he is. It's funny. In pop fiction, the masked hero's always looking for a gimmick that'll strike terror into the hearts of evildoers. The Shadow, Batman. There was even a guy called the Spider once. Well, cheer up, web spinner. You got 'em all beat. And the only person you'll scare more than the crooks will be yourself, like every time you look in a mirror. Now what? Why didn't I sell tickets? Cool it, Spidey. Maybe that isn't somebody else you care for and have to tell to kiss off. Maybe it's just a nice, wholesome, obscene phone call. Sure, and this is the Vice Squad. To Sergeant O'Malley you're speaking to. Oh, hello, Mr. Robertson. Yeah, I know I'm next year's David Fry. Hurry up and ask him already, Robbie. We've got other things to tend to around here, you know. Easy, Jonah. You act like this is a toll call. Pete, got a little assignment I thought might interest you. If you're still our part-time staff photog, that is. Just got a tip on a foiled bank stick-up, and we need some pics. All our regulars are stuck at the couple of four alarmers, and thanks. By the way, sure, son, I understand. It is the middle of the night after all. Thanks. By the way, I'm skipping town for a while, heading off a case of mono. I'll report in as soon as I get back. Well, man, is Parker on his way? He is, Jonah. On his way to the country for a rest cure, he said. He sounded sincere, but I had the feeling he's got troubles. He's got troubles. When I'll be the laughing stock if the Beagle doesn't get those hold-up shots. Well, we'll get him, JJ. Don't sweat it. I'll pull Johnson off the fire. It's Peter Parker who worries me. Stop worrying about that punk kid on my time. Pete's always seemed a lad who can take care of himself. But in a world like today's, anything can happen. Tell us more, Robbie. Tell us more. This is really great. 10 minutes as a human centipede, and already I've probably lost my girl, blown my job. Got to get away. Somehow, go someplace where I can hide till. Wait a minute, Spidey. Maybe you grew 4 extra brains to boot. There's one guy who's got a pad more to order for you. Of course, it'll take a call to Florida, but. Connor speaking, may I ask who? Spider Man, did you say? Sorry, whoever you are, but I don't buy that. Why would Spider Man be calling the Everglades? No time for games, Doc, so here goes. Who besides Spider Man knows you used to be the creature called the Lizard? I thought that'd do it. Something's happened to me, Doc. Something like the accident that once turned you into a monster. I need a place to stay. And you recalled I once mentioned my place at Southampton, is that it? Look, friend, you've helped me too often for me to turn you down, even if I wanted to. That summer house is yours as long as you need it. And you know the address, and the key's under the front stoop. There's a fully equipped lab in the basement, too, if that means anything. And if there's anything else I can. Hello? Hello? Couldn't trust myself to talk any longer. I don't want anybody to know what I've become. Not anybody, ever. Well, guess it's time to get on the stick. Too much to pack. Good thing I was always too broke to be a fashion plate. And thus, Peter Parker leaves for exotic Long Island. Or does he? Think, man, use that fine analytical mind that got you into this mess. Cab ride, train ride, lugging heavy suitcases, one stray breeze flapping my coat open, and it's goodbye secret identity. So since I can't carry a phone booth around on my back, looks like I'd better be Spider-Man who makes his Long Island debut. So long, swinging bachelor pad. When my roomie gets home, tell him I'm sorry I left such a clutter. Who knows, maybe I'll be back soon to give him a hand. And a hand, and a hand. Ah, Spidey, you'd be nothing without your sense of humor. And that's just what you are. Nothing. Huh? Now what in... Whew. Lucky I'm not a wall crawler in name only. Still, I wonder what made me lose my... Wise up, webhead. How many times does a wall have to fall on you? It's these extra arms of yours flailing around like crazy. They're fouling up your timing. Something fierce. Well, get used to them, kid. They might be just around for a long, long while. I guess I should have practiced with all 6 arms before I made like Kazar. But my Spyro Agnew wristwatch tells me it's nearly dawn. Something tells me if I'm not out of town by sunup, this is one dawn that's really going to come up like thunder. One good thing, anyhow, I'm a fast learner. With every block, I'm gaining a bit more muscle control over these excess members of mine. Excess members? Who boy? Where'd I pick up a mad doctor phrase like that? Must have been on Creature Feature. Only thing is, right now, I feel more like a late show Frankenstein than I do like John Carradine. Sometime later, the Long Island Railroad loses a somewhat colorful passenger, and nope, he didn't pay the fare. Never laid eyes on this place before, but from the look of things, it's every bit as secluded as Doc Connors said it was. Can't see why the doc does all his research in a Florida swamp when he's got the house of Dracula right here in Southampton. All it needs is Tony Perkins in a fright wig staring out the window, and Connors could sublet it to Alfred Hitchcock. Ah, get off it, Spidey. It's the first blush of dawn, not the witching hour, and this is hardly a haunted house. At least, it wasn't till you got here. The place is empty, I know it is, so why is my spider sense tingling to beat the band? Why do I feel an aura emanating from its direction, an aura of death and decay? Look up, Spider-Man. Maybe in trying to pinpoint your feeling of dread, you've set your sights too low. Maybe it's not the house at all which has birthed that eerie, spine-chilling sensation, but the strangely becalmed vessel which lies ominously at anchor less than a mile from shore. A ship in turmoil, a vessel in the throes of fear and dark despair. All right, Whitey, so what's the story? Yeah, why are we rotting here when we should have put in the harbor at dawn? And where's Captain Bloom? Shut your flap, Sam, and I'll tell you. The captain's dead. He bought it last night. Dead? We didn't know. But how, Whitey? How did it happen? Don't be a blasted fool, sailor. We all know who did it. It was him. You mean the guy in the hold? Who else could it be? We've had nothing but bad luck and vanishing crewmen ever since we found him adrift in the middle of the ocean. I say let's drag him to topside and beat the truth out of him. Yeah, let's get him. Let's get him now. Hurry, don't let him get away. Where's he gonna run to? A mile out at sea. Come on, he must be hiding out in the engine room. There he is. No, please, go back. I just want to get to shore. I don't want to hurt you. Did you hear that, mates? He don't want to hurt us. Please, you don't know what you're doing. We're making sure we ain't all murdered in our bunks, buddy, and that's enough. Cripes, this guy moves like he's half asleep, and we still can't put a dent in him. Keep pounding away at him. Remember what happened to the captain. Hold him down. He's trying to break free. Correction, the swine. I am free. Stop him. He's getting away. You stop him. He moves like a blasted streak of lightning. The poor blind fools, if they but knew how slow my movements seem to me, or how heavy, how leaden my limbs. Ah, but when it gets dark, when it's night, I night like last night. No, I must not think of that. The memories would drive me mad. It was a dream. It had to be a dream, but it was not. He ran down this way. We can't pull into port till we find that creep, or he'll escape. If only I dared to give myself up. But my will is too weak, too weak. Thus, in the heat of the day, the mysterious fugitive manages, how he knows not, to elude the fearfully searching crewmen. He's fallen overboard, they say, and slap each other on the back and finally turn in for one night's last sleep before entering port. Yes, one last sleep. For that night, beneath the moon's eerie whitish glow, I'm almost as great as fool as they. To ease a moment's anguish, I nearly surrendered myself to their tender mercies. But now it is night once more, and the night belongs to me, to Morbius. For darkness is a time for strange thirsts, and when Morbius thirsts, he must be quenched. Hey, Watton, so it's you. Well, a good rap of my belaying pin out of. Why are you looking at me that way? What are you gonna. No, keep back, no! A gurgling cry cut short as our other cries as nightmares eve at sea, cries which madly dance like living things atop the lapping lunatic waves, until, amidst the first faint blush of dawn, ha! I have triumphed over them all. My thirst is assuaged for another hellish night. I live, while they are all dead, and I only wish that I were they. Then a sudden retching, an impulsive leap into the timeless, unaccusing sea, the sea that may help the one called Morbius forget what he was and what he has become. But given time and tide, the foam flecked ocean washes all things in toward the waiting shore, and thus it soon is rid of mystery shrouded Morbius, and of the remorselessness, monumental burden which is his. The night, only then I can bear the thought of what I am. Daylight stabs me at my will. Dead men's faces glower at me. Lifeless fingers, pointing, rasping voices say, J'accuse. The fresh risen sun seems to stare down at me, a white, condemning eye. There is but one thing I can do, and that I shall. At last, that plunging effort, and morning winds loft hollowed bones toward an emptily beckoning belfry. There it seems to be no one about. Thus I can sleep the deep sleep once more until it be night. And now, just in case you've any lingering doubts as to which little villa by the sea Morbius is chosen for his sinister somnolence, I've been here 2 days and I've accomplished exactly nothing, unless you get credit for wasting a vat full of expensive chemicals. Doc Connors won't mind, he's a great guy. Wish I could give him one of these arms to replace the one he lost. Cool it, Spidey. No time for pipe dreams, gotta keep trucking. Maybe this batch will be the one. If it is, my theory says it should turn blue. No, this one's as useless as the others. Maybe I'm doomed to stay this way for the rest of my life. Oh, and we neglected to tell you, the foregoing tableau occurs toward the end of that second fruitless day, just before sunset to be exact. What manner of a place is this? That man has 6 arms. Yet his costume, so familiar, as if I've seen it before. I cannot remember yet. It doesn't matter. Nothing matters. Except the ravening thirst of Morbius. A thirst which must be quenched. Ugh, sheesh, I don't know who you are, fella, but you sure know how to make an entrance. And Peter Parker makes his first mistake, waits a faithful instant for some sort of answer, some verbal response, while instead Morbius leaps. Ugh, he's the strong silent type with accent on the strong, but his face, it's hideous, inhumanly white. And those teeth like an animal's gleaming fangs. He's like a costume version of a vampire. Get off it, Wallcrawler. He's probably just another garden variety supervillain out to build a fast rep by beating up on Spider Man. And that, Spiderfile, is the web spinner's second mistake, perhaps even his last. He's going for my throat with his fangs. And I was right, though I didn't dare believe it till now. You are some kind of vampire. Vampire, yes, I suppose your tiny mind would label me thus. But what do simple names, empty epithets mean to me? I am more than any man beyond mere epithet. And now, on the ropes, he's stronger than he looks, and I'm tired. Been working 2 days, almost no sleep, but can't give in. Gotta get up and fight back. You're the first I have met who is worthy of my full wrath. No use, I can't even get 2 arms working, let alone 6. I'm gonna get it, and hard. Rejoice, fool. It is an honor to fall before the unleashed power of Morbius. Ah, 'tis much better. Now he lies still, so deathly still. Now is the time that I have waited for, the moment when Morbius can feast. You! Who the devil are you, and what have you done to Spider Man? Well, speak up. I'm Dr. Connors, and this is my place. Step over here into the light so I can. Good Lord! For once, the times when Kirk Connors has been a monster serve him in good stead. How else would he evade even for an instant that wildly clawing form? How else live long enough to give voice to his secret, innermost fear? Whoever, whatever you are, keep away from me. You don't know what can happen to me if. No, it's too late. The excitement, the fear, it's changing me again, changing me into the lizard. Man or man like lizard, stand away from the chosen victim of Morbius. Never. Spider Man is my enemy. Mine must be the hand that kills him. Mine. Oh no. To be concluded in issue 102, the first double sized double action issue of Spider Man. Enough said.